Hey guys, this is Mr. Nightmare here, and today we'll be reading Free Me, Ben Drowned Love Story, Chapter 4. Before we get started, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe to this channel if you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there. Until then, let's get started. Get it off. Get it off. Panic slowly set in. I tried to pry the metal off my wrist, but it was no use. The opening was far too small to squeeze my other hand without breaking something. I can hear Ben's laughter echo in my ears. You shouldn't have done that. Suddenly, the sidewalk began to sway beneath me. This visual disbalance grew as everything in my field of vision started spinning violently. I fell to my knees as I dug my fingernails into the concrete of the sidewalk. I heard my head pounding. I could feel bile rising into my throat. Suddenly, everything stopped. I felt the bracelet started, and pain in my head subsided. Please, stop. No more. What are you going to do to me? I forced myself to stand and started walking towards my house. That's when I felt it. It felt like a faint burning sensation in my hand and started to spread through my arm and my shoulders. I saw flames slowly envelop my skin, searing the flesh. A scream came from my mouth as I fell, cradling my arm, crying in agony as the flame continued. I couldn't see him, but I knew he was there, watching me, laughing. Ben, stop. It hurts. Please stop. I sobbed. You feel what I feel. It's beautiful, isn't it? He laughed. But I'll go easy on you. Suddenly, the flames subsided. Tears continued to cloud my vision. I saw no burns on my skin. The pain faded and my heart slowed. It was just an illusion? What is the point of doing this? Why? I cried. It's amusing to see. It's fun toying with you. Just wait until we really start playing. Ben giggled like a child. I thought this was torture. You really believe that this is torture? This is just a demo. Just wait until we start the real game. Yet. No, please. I slowly stood staggering a bit before I looked down at the shackle on my wrist in anger. No more. I refuse to be your slave, Ben. I yelled. I grabbed a hold of the bracelet on my wrist and started pulling as hard as I could.
I'm not sure what you mean.
It didn't matter what happened to me. I could have to free myself. I braced painfully against the bone in my hand. I groaned as I felt tears prickled in my eyes as I continued forcing it off. What are you doing? Ben demanded. Stop it. But I didn't stop. The groan turned into a painful yell as it finally gave in my wrist. Then I heard a sickening pop and a searing pain that made me scream. Hey, I said to. With one more exhausting tug, I pulled the bracelet off. I could feel the concrete below me. I could hear Ben's voice no longer in my head. I looked down at my wrist. It was blue and swollen. The joints were looking out of place. My fingers were tingling. But the pain at Ben's playtime was so much worse. I cradled my wrist with my other hand and headed back home. I ran into the kitchen and I dialed my mom's number on the house phone. The phone rang 3 times before she answered. Hello? Her sweet voice reassured me, making me nearly cry. Mom? Can you please come home? I need to go to the hospital. There was silence on the other end, for a moment before my mom spoke up. Stay right there. I'll be home in 5 minutes. 15 minutes later. Okay, sweetie, how exactly did this happen? The doctor asked me gently. He was examining the x-rays on the monitor. My wrist was indeed dislocated, which could be severely damaged if it left untreated. I fell rushing to school. I lied. There was no way in hell I would tell them what exactly happened. The doctor shook his head. We have to have it surgically readjust the bones on your wrist. Have you eaten or drinking anything in the last 8 hours? Or haven't taken any painkillers? No, I responded. Good. Then we could go through with the surgery promptly. You will need to sign these information and contact for us, of course. He handed me a pen and paper, and I started that I know about the surgery beginning unconsciously. A few minutes later, we will put you under anesthetics so you won't feel a thing. Then recovery time to 8 weeks in a cast. With this checkup between, you'll receive painkillers from when you leave. Your father and I will be there when you wake up. My mom gave me a reassuring smile. Okay, I muttered as the doctor led me to the operating room where the 3 other surgeons were waiting. One told me that to get in the best operating table, and I did. The nerves were finally kicking in. I shook and patted as she patted my back, handing me the mask for anesthesia. Hold on to this and take a deep breath, okay? She said through her facial mask, muffling her voice. I nodded. 1 breath. 2 breaths. 3 breaths. Somewhere in the darkness of my subconscious. Elizabeth. No, not that voice. Leave me alone. I want to say, I'm sorry. His voice sounded genuinely full of regret. That's impossible. A monster like him can't feel regret. You apologize? Don't make me laugh, I said indistractedly. I am really sorry. You don't understand. I want to be free. Free? What does it even mean, free? What are you talking about, Ben? I'm trapped. I want to get out. I can only stay in your laptop or your subconscious. I can spread like a virus, infecting everything I come contact to. But I want to feel what you humans feel. I want to be free. You can free me. I don't know if I want to do that. I could feel my heart beating and pounding. How his demeanor changed so drastically. You're special, Elizabeth. You can help me. I promise I'll leave you alone. I swear. The game is over, okay? His voice sounded so convincing, so gentle, so hypocritical. He promised to leave me alone. No, I can never trust you. Get out of my head. How are you even here? Where are you? You can't escape me. I'm everywhere. Get away from me, Ben. Who is Ben, sweetie? My eyes open and focus towards my mom, who was watching me curiously. My father was next to her, leaning forward in his chair. She's still shaken from the medicine. She's been spewing all that kind of nonsense since they brought her to the recovery room. Mom? Dad? I smiled slightly. The doctors walked in, holding a box and a clipboard. Ah, you're awake. How do you feel, Elizabeth? He asked. I looked down at my arm and hand, which was now casted with a thick, frost-scented green cast. Fine, I guess, I muttered, feeling dull soreness in my wrist. The procedure was successful. Now that all that's left is recovery. Please do not overexert yourself, okay? We don't want any permanent damage. Here's your medicine. I simply nodded as the doctor handed the box to my dad, excusing himself and exiting the room, leaving me alone with my parents. Honey, your father and I were worried that you didn't have a cell phone when you got hurt, so we bought you the latest smartphone. She reached into her purse and pulled out a shiny new Galaxy S7 Edge. Thank you, Mom. I smiled as she handed it to me. I gingerly took the gift and stared at its polished black screen. My father cleared his throat. We have synced it with your laptop and at the store, so your photos and music is all in there as well. Cool, thanks, Dad. But the time his words sunk in, it was too late. I could feel an eerie energy pass from my phone to me as it lit up with two words displayed on the screen. Hello again. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. I'm glad. If you want more Ben Drowned love stories, check out the playlist that will be popping up soon. Also, if you want any more fanfictions narrations, please check out my other channel, Reading with Blade, which has multiple fanfictions up already. If you are interested in the yaoi experience, check out Tyler O'Connell's channel if you want to go there. But note that channel is only 18 and up. I've been listening to Tyler's stories and I'm addicted to them. Until then, bye guys!